Yep. Donc, salut à tous les amis, bienvenue pour donc cette nouvelle semaine des LCSSN. Donc, première journée, premier match, on va commencer avec un très bon match. On va voir donc Maghreb United, l'équipe maghrébienne versus les Zones du Tilt qui sont passés dans le top 4 et qui sont en bonne voie pour aller évidemment à la demi-finale. Donc, je suis moi-même Elias, Catalo Stream et j'ai Zlati avec moi. Comment ça va, Zlati?
Ça va.
Et donc oui, ce sera un stream qui sera majoritairement en anglais, donc comme on essaie un peu d'introduire, mais on va vous tenir au courant avec la version francophone aussi. So, we're up to the bans and we have Tilt Zone that bans the Vein for absolutely effort. We have effort that was here, so that's the third game of effort so far, and he did a really good performance on his two last games.
I'm very interested in the bans by Maghreb United because they're banning Leona and Nautilus when DiCaprio hasn't really played these champions in this tournament so far. And they left the Rakan and the Yumi open, which were the picks that he played last.
Yeah. So Rakan and Yumi, picks that are really strong in, I think, lane and teamfight. I'm not really sure about support, but I know that Rakan can have, like this ultimate that can really back up people in the really large teamfight scale. And as Tilt Zone, we have Mordekaiser ban for Lahagra, who is the top laner that Adu likes a lot. Lahagra, who's a really aggressive man on the top lane.
And we have a first pick, Lee Sin.
Yeah.
I just honestly don't like the bans. Or maybe they're specifically for the lane that Maghreb United wants to play, but I don't think they're targeted at DiCaprio because I haven't seen him on the picks recently.
Mm-hmm. We don't have that ban Kalista for effort. As effort, we've seen so far that effort can be both mid lane and AD carry. So I think Vayne is. I'm not sure if Vayne is a pick that effort plays a lot, but I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah, there you go. Exactly.
Of course, it's the Rakan. It's DiCaprio's most played character, and I think that's his main. Mm-hmm. So it was pretty obvious that they were going to log this in. I wonder who played AD carry for Zonju Tilt because they swap every game. So
I'll add it to effort. I think the Aigenju plays a lot of some kind of AD carry. Not really sure if he plays. I don't really remember because I've been casting some much games that I don't have really good memory. But yeah, on the other side we have like the Morgana Caitlyn.
Very strong lane.
Absolutely, I agree with you. And
it can really match the Zyra Khan, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because Morgana is very good into Rakan because she can spell shield his engage. Mm-hmm. So they should. I think Zyra Khan is really strong 2v2 lane, but I think that Caitlyn Morgana can definitely match it and maybe even outtrade.
Oh yeah. And on the jungle matchup, we will have the Zac Lee Sin. So what I know so far about Zac and Lee Sin is that Lee Sin is a really early bully jungle that can have a real lot of pressure on the ganks, both ganks counter ganking and invading too. While Zac needs a little bit of time in order to have some more points since he's E in order to jump more.
Mm-hmm.
More
both teams are banning mid laners right now.
Yeah, so we want to deny.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We want to deny with those 80. We want to deny those AP mid laners such as Kassadin and Cassiopeia, which has a lot of damage in late game.
Yes. The Zac is something that the Genju has played in the past actually, so maybe we'll see a different AD carry. I'm not really sure, depending on what they want to play.
Mm-hmm. We'll have the Ornn ban though, so Ornn, which is a nice pick for top lane, I think a little bit nerfed. I'm not really sure if he's been nerfed on those.
He's still very strong.
Yeah.
Very good scaling. And we have the Orianna pick, very strong pick, very safe, so definitely blind pickable. So Zonju Tilt are saving their top laner for last pick.
Yeah, what I'm noticing there is that they have a lot of teamfight control with the Xayah, Rakan, Zac, and Orianna combo, which can be really devastating on 5v5 skirmishes or the objectives and mid lane.
I'm expecting a very strong team fighter top as well, because their team fight is really disgusting. I completely agree.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm expecting a tank top laner with an engage.
And Rumble, maybe, for Lahagra. So maybe Lahagra is going to play that mid lane Vel'Koz.
Yes, it's gonna be a mid lane Vel'Koz.
Alright.
And
Rumble.
Rumble top.
Mm-hmm. Rumble is a really nice pick in my opinion. I really love that pick personally. I've been played Rumble a lot. So Rumble is actually the first champion I've played in the first season of League of Legends Senegal as a member of the SK Tigers team with my dear
Ooh.
Captain Reptix and the pick Kale, who will be the last pick on this draft.
So this basically means that Daddy Carries You will be going AD carry, I think, with the Zaya. And Oriana mid and Tepsoso 1 is going to be on Kale. He really seems to like this pick. And he usually plays it into tank matchups where he can just scale and farm for free. And I, as a top laner, because you're a top laner, right, Silver?
Yeah.
How does the Rumble Kale matchup go?
So basically, on early game, Rumble have the pressure, which because he's Rumble and he has that Q spell that can just put a lot of damage early on. But yeah, the more that the game delays, the more Kale will have ascendant on the Rumble. So Kale should be playing safe on the early levels. At level 6, she can start to poke him, and so Rumble needs to put a lot of pressure early. Either way, Kale is just going to outmatch him.
I think I prefer Zonji Tilt's comp because first of all, I think that Daddy Carries You, his strongest role is AD carry, and I think they finally put him in the position where he can have a lot of impact on the game because he's a really good AD carry.
Mm-hmm.
And they have a really good team fight comp. And then I think the Kale is more of an insurance pick, so that they have another damage dealer, something that scales very well.
Mm-hmm.
And on the side of Maghreb United, I think they have strong laners, and they also have some team fight, but with the Rumble and the Vel'Koz ultimate.
Yeah.
But I think that if it comes to team fights, and if the game goes later, I think Zonji Tilt should take this based on comp.
Yeah, we have a lot of single target damages on the Maghreb United side with this Caitlyn, like the trap, the critics, Morgana also have the kind of lockdown. Yeah, they have a little bit of tools, but yeah, we must remember that Maghreb United is a strong team that have strong personalities among its players, and I think they have the tools to make to take advantage on the Zonatil composition, because if we have like Vel'Koz if we have a Vel'Koz that just roll on Oriana, it can be real problematic because Vel'Koz has those true damages for the Zac. It's going to be a little hard. Just a bit excited to see how it's going to be.
Yeah, and this is I feel not such an important game for Maghreb United because I think they're already fine with playoffs. But Zonji Tilt needs every win they can get because there's a bit of a playoff race for the 4th spot.
Yeah.
So I think they really want to win this. But I really, you know what? I really don't like the Kale pick. I think some other engage or tank would have been better. For example, Malphite, let's say.
I do like Kale because it's Kale.
Because because you love Kale. But I feel like they thought that they wouldn't have enough damage because Oriana takes time to scale. She does a lot of damage, but she takes time to scale.
Yeah.
And Zaya same. So I felt like they thought that they would be running a low damage composition if they played a tank top lane, which is why they picked the Kale. I'm not sure it was the correct choice. It all depends on how well Maghreb United play the early game, because I think they have better lanes and better early game, actually. And if this Lee Sin manages to snowball a lane, I think they have a clear way to win this game.
Yeah, absolutely. Donc tout le monde, comme on l'a dit, donc ZDT en analysant cette composition des deux équipes, autant du côté zone du tilt que du côté Maghreb, donc on a tout simplement souligné le fait que les zones du tilt ont une équipe qui est quand même très bonne du côté pour les teamfights et qu'ils ont beaucoup d'éléments pour venir soutenir évidemment donc ce late game. On a évidemment donc un Zac qui pourra devenir tanky, une botlane qui va augmenter donc sa synergie au fur et à mesure du temps. Et donc on a également donc Zlati a également souligné personnellement que le pick Kane n'est pas vraiment un pick qu'elle estime très important pour le moment parce qu'un peu plus d'engage aurait plutôt été préférable en tout cas pour venir soutenir les damages qui sont potentiellement suffisants de la part de Xayah et de Oriana, sachant que la team d'en face, les Maghreb, possèdent beaucoup de dégâts en early et que les Maghreb ont surtout une équipe axée early game avec donc ce Lee Sin, Sir Humble qui est aussi qui risque de pop-up au niveau du mid game et qu'au niveau du late game on risque d'avoir un peu de problèmes. So, runes and summoners.
I really like the choice of Morgana here, the Guardian.
Yeah.
Against the Zyrakan lane, I think they should win this lane. If they play it properly, they should be able to win this lane. And I'm also interested in the Rakan runes because I play a lot of Rakan, and I think Guardian is much better than Aftershock, personally. But I think maybe he plays more Rakan than me. Maybe he has a secret strategy.
I think the Aftershock here is more like an aggressive option than the Guardian one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, on the top lane we have Rumble with Comet. So I've tried Rumble with Conqueror, but it's definitely not that good. Since yes. Ok, so on va un peu se mettre à jour par rapport au temps.
I'm on 40. Oh, pause.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
14, yes.
14.
And there's a pause very early in the game?
Yeah, a little pause. So I think someone called a poop pause. That's fair enough.
The Lee Sin reconnected, so maybe it was him.
Yeah. So
good. I would like also to note the cleanse on Xayah.
Yeah.
Which is good against Morgana. I completely agree with the summoner choice there.
Mm-hmm.
So you were saying about Comet Rumble something? What were you saying, sorry?
Yeah, so as I say, like Comet with Rumble, which is a good one. That's a good rune for Rumble since the Comet can easily be procced with the E slow, and yeah, even the Q spell can add a lot of damage early on. But I've tried Rumble with Conqueror since Rumble can have a long time team fighting since it's a lot of spells, it's a lot of auto attacks. It's all goes together.
I think Zonji Tilt are trying to do something. KO is not. They're to the bot side jungle. I think they're defending an invade more than making one, and a really nice point protect from Maghreb United, with the exception of their AD carry who just went to his tower. But that's fine. Okay, now they're moving. They're covering every entrance, and so is Zonji Tilt. I think they're both playing just protecting an invade. No early game shenanigans.
Yep. I'll just take this little time and I'll just make things clear on my board.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay, standard starts for the laners. We have a Doran Shield start from Xayah, which I find interesting because if you want to play the lane aggressively, you would go for the Doran's Blade, in my opinion. Yeah. And this Doran Shield buy is signaling to me that maybe they want to play it a little bit safer.
Mm-hmm.
And top start for Zac. Rumbo is going there.
Yeah.
So, good deep where they spotted Zac. So that they know where they start, so that's a good thing. But the bot lane will also know that Lee Sin.
Yeah.
Yesterday in the G2, sorry, just to say, in the G2 and Madlands game, I will not say anything more. But let's just move on.
Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. So yeah, we have the bot junglers that took the red buff. Red buff is a really popular buff for starting the jungle, since it gives,
Zonji Tilt bot lane is going to have a prior on the lane, and they're probably going to be able to rush level 2 because of the bot lane start. So this changes the lane a little bit.
Yeah, it's a really priority taking over mid lane with the trades.
Eco trade, I think, overall. And Oriana now has to get her CS. Let's see if she can do it. Going well, but she takes some poke.
Yeah, Zbubiman didn't decide to invade Zac jungle even after the information given by Camelux with this deep ward.
I actually think he should have invaded it because Lee Sin is so much stronger in the game than the Zac.
Yeah, absolutely.
Meanwhile, we have the wave pushing bot lane, and I don't know. I think Zyrakan are in a disadvantage here, so they're playing it accordingly.
Yeah, as I'm looking at the top lane, Kill is really playing really well the matchup, so Rumble is just keeping pushing waves towards her. So it's just free XP for her. I'll ask. She just needs to last it as much as possible since
Yeah,
it's.
he's also setting up a very nice freeze.
Yeah, and this person
but
is
Rumble is
really
gonna try to
safe.
push it in. Oh, look at bot lane. Zac is coming.
Yeah, we have a gank tentative for
They
for
should know
Zac.
that he's there. They should know that he's there, but they're stepping in very far forward. Nice dodge with the E. However, this is happening. The ignite from Rakan. Very nice Q from Morgana. I think this will be Zac passive for sure. Very well played from the Micro United bot lane.
Yeah, really good answer here. We have Zac. Be careful.
And Zac will be dead. First blood to Caitlyn, and that's a very dead Rakan.
That's a double kill here for the Maghreb United really early in the game. United Maghreb is really. Oh wait! Oh my god!
Oh,
That's another one.
died?
Yeah, that's another one. This
With
is
both
already.
summoners, I really didn't see that one because I was watching bot lane, but somehow she died with both her summoners.
So what happened here is that Oriana just took a lot of damage quickly, and while she was stunned, she just got, like killed by. I don't know how you call that spell. I think it's W.
Yeah,
The one
W.
the one that got stacks. Yeah. So United Maghreb is really known to have a really really high pressure on their early game. We know those picks as of the Lee Sin, as that bot lane that can take a lot of damage.
By the way, I really like what Lee Sin is doing here because he's covering for a potential regang by Zac, and he's covering his bot lane when they want to push in the wave and have a good reset. So very well played by the Lee Sin here. I really like it. I think they should try to stall. ZDT should just try to stall and not let the game snowball right now.
Absolutely, they have a lot of late game, advantage with that Kayle top, which is like the secure pick. On the bot lane, though, we have a little bit of spicy damages coming from effort.
Oriana. Oriana is taking really bad trades, really bad trades, and he's going for it as well. And I don't know. I think you should just try to play safer and not take the trades. Just farms, yes. But it's hard against Vel'Koz, and now he has ult, and I think this Oriana might be dead very soon if she plays the lane as she's been playing it.
Yeah, that's a typical playstyle here from Lahagra, because Lahagra is really, aggressive player who likes to trade his opponent.
He looks like it, yes. Bot lane wave is pushing. Both bot lanes got a reset. We have 10 CS lead for effort, and a 2-kill lead, so it's a BF sword to Caulfield's Warhammer.
It's more than 1,000
in the mid lane. It's a ward in the ward, but Zac was on a ward, so Lee Sin is countering, and that will be Zac dead, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh,
and the kill that will be.
Is gonna trade. I don't think Lee Sin needed to flash. Vel'Koz had R. I think that was a bit of a poor communication there. I think Vel'Koz could have secured that kill easily, and I don't think Lee Sin needed to trade that kill.
Yep. And I think when Lee Sin will be back, he's just going to head up to his red buff and try for Nagant.
Yes. See, the bot lane is going really bad for ZDT right now because Caitlyn is a very oppressive laner when she's given the opportunity to snowball, and she's kind of snowballing right now. So they're really not in a good spot, taking a lot of poke, a lot of damage, and the tower plates are falling.
We have the dragon, which is up, the mountain one.
Both junglers are topside. I think Lee Sin will clear his wolves as he has done, and then path to the jungle. Meanwhile, Zac is doing his red. We also have quite a big CS lead in the mid lane.
Yep.
And the bot lane CS is keeping steady at around 20. Big CS leads all around the map, actually, for Maghreb United. So very good early game from them, as expected, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. It's already like 3k gold advantage here from Maghreb United's tilt zone, which is a little bit behind, you know, a little bit of shutdown here. You have about like, here in the mid.
Oriana is just taking these trades, but maybe this. That was very close.
Yeah.
And there's a Lee Sin, and I think Zac is just dead again. I think they should try to stop forcing these plays because they just keep losing out on them.
Yeah, this is a really a lot aggressive here plays from the Genju.
It just feels a little bit desperate. It feels like all of their lanes are not working. But they picked losing lanes in a lot of the situations, so I don't know why they're feeling the pressure to make a play. They should just let Maghreb United come to them.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's a 4k goal lead on the 8th minute of the game, and this game is kind of slipping away from ZDT.
Like, I understand the wheel of the Genju here to help his mid laner, but it's not really that helpful if he's died right away.
Plus, Velko's had flash. He had everything, and he was low. I think the Genju was he was baited by the fact that Velko's was pretty low. We have a skirmish in the jungle. Right now, the junglers are both out, and meanwhile, Oriana is dead again. Once again, taking aggressive trades and not CSing at all. He is still at 37 CS in minute 9, and we have a fight in the bot lane.
Yeah. You have Hokage here that did a really good flash here in order to bring Zac into the passive, and another one, and a dive. Yeah, this Boogeyman here is just, you know, having fun, going under tower with a dashboard. Yeah, you know, it's those style points here, like, a little bit of more.
He tried to outplay it, and he managed to get the kill with the flash, but I think the players on the other side, the Maghreb United, are just a little bit too fed, and they do a little bit too much damage at this point of the game.
That's Maghreb's early, you know. A lot of punches, a lot of kicks. First tower that is going to be down before 10 minutes.
Yes.
That's really harsh. It's really hard.
The strong laners paying off for Maghreb United. Preferred Caitlyn paying big dividends here. I honestly don't like Caitlyn that much as an AD carry due to the fact that if you don't snowball in the early game, if you don't get a big lead, then later you can't provide the DPS that a lot of other AD carries can, even if they are put behind in lane. But right now they're managing to make it work perfectly by snowballing this Caitlyn a lot. She has a healthy 30 CS lead, and Oriana looks dead again. Oh, the shockwave misses. And Velko's ult is not up yet, so she might actually go out.
Yep.
Now Zac is trading on Velko's, while Maghreb United are doing the dragon.
And
but Velko's is safely 1v2ing these the Zombie Tilt squad. 1v3 at this point.
That's a lot of limit testing here from Lahagra. Wants to see how far can he go with his danger zone, how far can he push his opponents before using the ultimates if they're misplaced. And yeah, you know, that's at that moment, you know, Tapsoso won with his KO. He's just trying to move around the map, you know, to be helpful, because he can't face this Caitlyn Morgana duo, which is like about 6,000 gold here. That's twice the gold that Xayah have.
Yep. And the bot lane is moved top lane, I think. Very smart choice. They're currently chasing Zonjutild behind lane, behind the second tower. Effort is on a rampage, and I think overall very well played by Maghreb United. And now Xayah is just stuck under the tower, and I'm pretty sure she is dead.
No.
Oh, this game feels like a stomp. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's a 10k gold lead at 11 minutes in the game. And I feel like this game is pretty over. I don't see how Zonjutild come back into this. I have to be very honest. They do have a kill, but I don't think that kill will get a chance to play the game. You know, he farmed, he tried to scale, but his team kind of, made this game unplayable. And
Let's go.
Oriana just 1v1 Lee Sin, so well played to Tepsusu too. I think Lee Sin was a bit optimistic there, fighting in the minion wave where he can't really land his Q. But I think that's it's quite a big shutdown. But I think they could still afford to make a couple of mistakes.
Mm-hmm. I think that's the biggest, gold lead, and that early on the game we have seen so far in the competition. We have a 10k gold lead at I think it was like 11:30. I think it was 11:30 minutes. Yeah. So that's really, that's a really big difference here.
Were you saying that you think he... Oh, look at the Q from... That was a clean Q for Morgana, by the way.
Yeah.
Hukic did an amazing play, but I think this might be a bit of a shutdown. I think they overstayed. But look at the kiting from Effort. Look at the kiting from Effort. Effort is a monster. Holy shit. Look at this. Look at the moves. Holy shit.
Effort here just saved his support while 1v3 with his Kathleen that has, like the solo target damages. So good choice here of priority.
Effort is amazing. I also like his build and his rune choice. The lethal tempo with the Infinity Edge Rush, I think it's really good because a lot of people go for Storm Razor, which I think is a bad item because of the nerfs that hit it. And I think, very smart play and very well played to Effort.
Yeah.
I just wanna go back to something you said. Can I just? You were saying that this the Lee Sin, the jungler from Minecraft United. Were you saying that he is the best Lee Sin in the tournament?
No, I didn't say that. I just say that right now on the game he's doing a lot of, he's doing plays that that don't really needs to be done. Like it's just he's going everywhere. He has a lot of advantage, so he have a safe zone.
Look at the Q in between the minion. Look at the crids. Oh my god. I think Effort overstayed a little bit here. I think he will die for it, but he will... Oh, never mind. Never mind.
No, it's Effort.
True, it is Effort. Another triple kill. They just ran in again. It's incoming. Maybe Lee Sin will steal it. But they did the same thing twice.
Yep.
Trying to send 3 people top lane to kill Effort, and Effort just outplays it once again.
I understand the mindset. So they did it once, they burned some summoners, they burned some mana, I guess, and they want to try again.
Boom.
Yeah.
But the Q from Morgana was so clean. It just landed in between the minions. It was just a beautiful Q. As a support player, I have to appreciate the Morgana as well. Because the AD carries get all the MVPs and accolades, but I think Hookie just is having an amazing game as well.
Yeah, that's a really nice self-made bot lane here. After that play early on the game at the first gank, that gives Effort the first blood and another kill.
And a
double buff. I didn't see that one, but really, yes, that's a lot of damage here from Effort.
Yes.
A lot of goals here in the bucket.
IE. That's very interesting, I would say. I don't know if he made a mistake or he meant to buy it. Maybe he's limit testing. Because this game feels like it's already over, but he has double IE.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that was planned or not, but these crits are gonna hurt. I can guarantee that one.
I think I've seen a GG here early on, sent it by Daddy Carries You.
Meanwhile, DiCaprio just got one shot. And I think Zonjutil failed to play to their win condition, which was just wait for the late game and just try to scale, try not to take early fights. They just forced early in the bot lane, but there's gonna be maybe some damage, but
there's some good damage here.
All the damage dealers died, so I think MGU still win this.
Yeah.
Look at Effort's damage. Look at Effort's damage. Nope.
Nope.
No. I feel like he's limit testing. I don't know if it was on purpose. I don't know if the double Infinity Edge was a mistake, but maybe he's just limit testing because he's just rolling all over this game. He can afford it. I think he might be going for a triple Infinity Edge with that Cloak of Agility. But Kale's here. Kale's gonna try to do something here, but
Can die here. Yeah.
Okay, Effort overstayed there. He was a bit too aggressive. I think they're still at the point of the game where they can afford the mistakes, but I would actually rather see good, clean closing out of the game instead of just allowing a waste for Zonji to come back into the game. Because the shutdown also went on Zaya. So, and Zaya is a strong AD carry late game, and I think that effort is going for the triple Infinity Edge. I think he's just doing it on purpose to see how it feels.
Yeah. So as we've seen here, that's a lot of hope, a little bit of hope. That it'll shine here after the fight at the base. Zondo Tilt after that 1,000 gold that Xayah took on this shutdown. That's a little bit of hope, and they're trying to do their best to come back. So I'm not sure. So Kale here has her first item, her core item. So they can do some plays here with the Aigenju. If the Aigenju goes in with the same play as with, I think if Kale's ult Zac and he goes in, they can do a lot of damage here. But I think they need to shut down those threats.
I have to be honest with you. This game still feels over to me. Like Zombie Tilt needs Maghreb United to make like 5 other mistakes like this to overstay and be disrespectful 5 more times in order to bring this game back. And I think they're pushing for the end.
I try to stay positive.
No, of course, but I feel like they want to end it now. I think that they want to close this game out and not give the opportunity for any more mistakes to happen.
They can't even take a step
forward. Good engage by Zac, wonderful shockwave, and effort is already dead. See, this is the team fight I was talking about. This is the team fight that wins the game. And Zonji Tilt might actually have a way back into this game now. Looking at how... because Vel'Koz was split, and meanwhile, 3 people stacked together for a perfect Zac engage into a perfect shockwave. So this game might still be comebackable if Maghreb United keep playing this disrespectful, because stacking like this in front of a Zac is a big mistake.
Yeah, and a lot of resources here. So right now they have an inhib. That is bringing them a lot of minions here with the sage ones. So it's a lot of gold here for the Zondo Tilt. A little bit of CS and gold lose here on the mid lane side for Maghreb United. Nashor, who is going to spawn in less than 30 seconds. All the teams are moving around it, and I think that's also one we want to reset after this wave in order to take some extra damages.
I think maybe MGU wants to rush it on spawn. They're playing around it. They're clearing vision. But they need a bit more deep wards. Morgana needs to go and ward a little bit more into jungle, because they still have just one the red side jungle. And yes, they're rushing it on spawn.
Yep.
And this is exactly what Morgana is doing. She's establishing vision, and Vel'Koz is on the side of the wall, zoning. So I think this Baron should be gone. And Zonji Tilt are not contesting because Zac is bot side doing...
So they decide to let the Baron and hope to defend. It's going to be a little bit harder, but the inhib mid is going to respawn soon since there's no more siege minion in the mid lane. And yeah, so Tapsoso 1 here, both with Tapsoso 2, the Aigenju, well, all those on the Tilt theme here have a lot of yeah, they have a lot of tools in order to come back here, since they have those AoE damages, those AoE controls, and if a fort disrespect, as you say, well,
I think that what they need to do, the safest thing to do here for Maghreb United is to just play the side lanes, because they have Baron, they can push better, but they engage. Oh, look at this! They engaged on Vel'Koz, failed, and I think this is GG. I think they killed them all here because the engage failed, and I think the game is over.
Yeah, this is 3 members.
Zac should have waited for more people to come. He tried to engage on Vel'Koz, but Vel'Koz had flash. So yeah, I think this game is over.
Oh, the damage!
What a nice shockwave here. Unfortunately, I think it's a little bit too late.
Yeah, Kale here still has her ultimate. Tapsus 1 didn't use ultimate here. This is hard.
And this will be GG because Maghreb managed to close the game with a little bit of mistakes, but still in 20 minutes, I would say. So I wouldn't call it clean by any means, just because of the few opportunities they gave. Oh wait, Zonji Tilt are going to try to fight. We have a flash engage on Caitlyn, but she flashes out and manages to fight it out perfectly. Oh, look at the crits from the triple Infinity Edge. Oh god.
They're not even trying to finish the game. They just want to have a lot. The more damage graph, the higher damage graph, as possible.
I don't think they felt like they could finish the game because Rumble is pretty low and Kale and Orianna are here, but Orianna doesn't. Oh, look at the damage from one auto attack from Caitlyn. Holy shit.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage here. I think they could have ended.
Effort disrespected again. I think they're just. Oh.
Well, it's community. It's not just a game, it's sometimes more than just a game.
Some banter.
So right now we have Maghreb United, who decided not to end even after they aced all the opposite team. So we want to try to figure out what they want to do here. But yeah, it's the Nexus is open for a backdoor. Top lane tower is being defended, I think, by Xayah. Oh wait, there's no more tier 3 top lane, and the Fire Dragon here is on the way to be in the blue team side.
No way Zondutiel can contest that. They're just hoping for a good fight at their Nexus. The Nexus is open, so technically the game could end really easy if Maghreb United hit the Nexus. They seem to just want to pad their KDA and I don't know, play very for fun right now.
So meanwhile, I think with this Caitlyn build, well, that's a lot of critics and a lot of 80 pure 80 damages since it's 3 IE. Well, there's not that much attack speed here in her build, so.
Oh, I completely agree. Yeah.
Not not that much like kiting speed available.
Yep. Maghreb United are in the base again, and let's see the last stand of Zone 2. It needs to be a perfect engage. Vel'Koz has no flash and Caitlyn flash, but Vel'Koz is stepping really far for Black Shoot. Oh, there's the engage. But it seems like the damage. Okay. The damage just isn't enough. The carries of Xayah. No, the KO was completely zoned by Vel'Koz.
Yep.
And the Xayah just doesn't do a lot of damage at this point. And this will probably be the end of the game if they decide to finish. A bit of BM right there. They do not want to hit the Nexus. And
I think, in my opinion, this game was, could have been cleaner. Could have been more.
Oh, of course it could have been cleaner. They were just playing disrespectful to Zone.
Yeah, I think right here, Maghreb United didn't respect their opponent that much. Zone Tilt, tried their best in order to come back. We've seen, Tapsuso1 trying to do things. We've seen the Eigenju, even if it's mistake, you can only do mistake if you try. So I think the Eigenju here try, do those plays. Yeah, the bot lane have a lot of hard time, but
I think he shouldn't have tried the plays. They shouldn't have tried to force early. They allowed them to so hard.
Yeah, absolutely. We had effort here with his 4i build that was only possible because of the early advantage that they took. Yeah.
So what about MVP? I think despite the disrespect and despite the times that he died, I think I would still give it to effort because of the amazing kiting and the first blood and the play bot lane when they 2v3 the gank from Zag, and then the 2 trim man 2v3s in the top lane. I think my MVP is for effort.
Juste un truc. Bon, je sais pas s'ils vont m'entendre sur le stream.
Ouais.
Enfin bref, moi aussi je suis pour effort MVP. By the way, Kamel, je te donne un avertissement pour manque de respect, ok? Prochaine fois que tu fais ça, tu perds la victoire. Je décide, oui, c'est une dictature et c'est moi qui décide. Voilà, je suis l'arbitre incontesté de ce tournoi et incontestable. Donc tu te calmes, Kamel. Bah non.
Donc oui, merci Catal. Très vite fait, je vais vite faire un petit récap en français. Donc on a eu ici une victoire qui a été donc à l'avantage largement ici de Maghreb United. On aurait préféré que le Maghreb United, disons, respecte un peu plus leur adversaire en essayant du moins de finir cette game de manière qu'on l'a. Mais bon, après ça reste de l'avis des joueurs. Mais oui, on tient aussi à rappeler que le chat que vous utilisez dans le all chat pendant vos games est visible de tout le monde, notamment toutes les allusions en connotation disons qui ne sont pas disons en dessous ou au-dessus de Peggy 12 ou Peggy 16, restez quand même assez respectueux quand vous chattez avec vos adversaires, d'où l'avertissement ici de Katal à Kamel. Et voilà. Donc pour MVP, Zlali, MVP here. So effort, chosen by Zlali because of the... Ok, donc ici, effort qui a été choisi par Zlati. Oui.
Sur le stream, ils m'entendent pas du tout. Je sais pas pourquoi mon micro est bug. Moi, j'ai mon lock qui a bugué. Du coup, je vais le relancer parce que du coup, je peux pas avoir tu pourras répéter ça. Je peux pas avoir
ça marche.
Du coup, je dois le relancer.
Ça marche. Donc ici, pour très vite fait, vous donnez un avis sur les dégâts. Donc graphiquement, on a deux pics qui sortent du lot. Laragra et son Vel'Koz, on a vu au niveau de la mid lane contre Orianna. Et donc Effort ici avec sa Caitlyn au niveau de la bot lane. Caitlyn, top damage de la game. Côté zone du tilt, on a Orianna qui a été joué par Tapsoso 2 ici en ace avec beaucoup de damage ici. Donc je tiens quand même à saluer l'effort et ici des joueurs de zone du tilt qui n'ont pas lâché, même avec un désavantage de Kaggle, ils ont quand même joué jusqu'au bout et c'est ce qui est le plus important. Les plays qui ont été tentés par The Genju, les shockwaves qui ont été tentés, des shutdowns qui ont été récupérés, mais malheureusement la victoire qui n'a pas pu être obtenue et la game s'est enfinie très vite. So MVP here, I think MVP for me. So effort did a lot of good job here, I think.
The outplay bot lane and the outplay top lane are why I pick him as my MVP. But he could have played more respectful, and his build is interesting. But MVP nonetheless.
So yeah, I think I do agree with you with the MVP effort, with his kiting and his pure skills actually. I would like to say too that Hokage here, his support playing Morgana, did a lot of good initiative. Yeah, so Hokage here did a lot of the good Q-spells, all the cages that managed effort to take those sweet kills and manage him to snowball. On the tilt side, we have the Genju who tried a lot. Unfortunately, it didn't always work, but he tried. That's the most important here. And Tapsoso 2, who did really good shockwaves. So MVP effort, GGU.
I think that this doesn't really hurt. Like it's bad that Zonji Tilt lost, but they still have a good chance for playoffs. Like they can afford to lose to the top three teams because the top three teams have only lost to each other. So I don't think it really matters much. It doesn't change a lot Zonji Tilt's aspirations for playoffs.
Yeah, absolutely. So avec la permission de Katal, je pense que on va devoir donc se quitter sur le MVP d'effort, mais ce n'est que la première game. Alors prochaine game.
Il faut demander surtout à Kamel où il est allé chercher effort, hein, parce que 3 games.
Ouais, donc Kamel, by the way, donc on voit nous le site où tu trouves tes joueurs parce que on aimerait bien avoir tous un effort dans notre team. Du coup, je pense qu'on va annoncer la prochaine game qui sera donc les 12 contre les Gangster and Gentlemen. Half Gangster, half Gentlemen. You can know the difference. You don't know the difference. And versus the 12 team. Alright, so...
Should be an exciting game. See you guys after the break.
Yeah. Have a good one.